I watched the live action One Piece, and I really liked it. That's an understatement. I loved it. I loved the quality, the scenery, and the cinematography. But that's not the biggest thing that stuck out to me. The biggest thing that stuck out to me was actually the main character. His name's Luffy. I couldn't help but think to myself, oh my god, how can I be more like him? Yeah. I'm not saying that I'm gonna put myself in a fucking barrel in the middle of the ocean. No. Rather, I want to have his positive and optimistic mindset. So, after watching the live action 3 times, and probably more, let's not lie to ourselves, I've taken notes and analyzed Luffy's character and mindset, and I've even intertwined this. I'm serious, bitch. I'm serious about this. I've even intertwined it with Dr. Joe Dispenza. Can you tell I'm fucking excited? I don't know if you can. Just a little warning. I'm about to get really passionate, okay? I'm so excited. I love the live action One Piece, like, kind of religiously, honestly, at this point. And I just have my laptop, my notes, and this motherfucking book, and I've been so obsessed with Dr. Joe Dispenza's research lately, and I'm so excited to share it with you. So let's get into it before I explode. Okay. So I have my notes here, and I have a few key points of Luffy's mindset and how it entangles with Dr. Joe Dispenza's teachings. So if I'm reading off my laptop, that's why. Also, my voice is a little nasally because I'm still sick. I've had this cold for like 3 weeks. I don't know what's going on. Okay. So the first thing I noticed with Luffy is that he always declares that he's going to be the Pirate King. By the way, there's gonna probably be spoilers in this, so if you didn't watch the live action, watch it because it's really good. And because I'm gonna spoil shit for you. Sorry, huh? He always declares that he's the Pirate King, okay? He declares it to, like, big pirates and scary pirates, like that fucking clown one. What the fuck? I'm sorry, what? Anyways, he declares it out in public, and it's something, being the Pirate King is like saying, I don't know, I'm going to go on the moon. Like, it's something that's kind of like, really, bitch? Like, are you sure? Like, are you a child? You know? It's kind of childish. But Luffy literally says it like it's obvious. He's like, I'm gonna be the Pirate King, so. And I really resonated and was really inspired by that. That Luffy, no matter what, he knows that he's going to be the Pirate King because it's his dream. And no matter if his friends cringe when he says it out loud or if people laugh at him, he still declares it because he just does. And he is just so confident in his dream and is so not embarrassed, because I remember I want to be a full-time YouTuber. I want to do research on more stuff like this and on reality shifting because I'm so passionate about it. But I was so embarrassed of it, and when I did that to myself, it made me feel really shameful about my dream, and that's really hurtful towards yourself. So I strive to be more like him in that way, even if being a YouTuber is like kind of childish to some people. I don't care. And how this entangles with Dr. Joe Dispenza is that Luffy is literally manifesting it. Dr. Joe Dispenza always says how you need to see your future self, like be your future self. You have to feel the emotion of having what you want, of being a Pirate King, or of being a YouTuber, or whatever you want. There's a quote from Dr. Joe Dispenza. Let me just find it. I'll read it to you. It's from this book. It says, "There's a future you, a you who already exists in the eternal present moment, who is actually calling himself or herself to the more familiar you who is reading this book." So your future self is calling to you now, your present self. And that future you is more loving, more evolved, more conscious, more present, more kind, more exuberant, more mindful, more willful, more connected, more supernatural, and more whole. That is who's waiting for you to change your energy to match his or her energy on a daily basis so that you can find that future you who already exists in the eternal now. So what Dispenza explains here is that there is a future you that already exists. The future, past, and present exist simultaneously. Okay, this is what I believe. And I'm pretty sure that's what Dr. Joe Dispenza believes. They exist simultaneously. So your future self that you desire to be, who has your manifestations, who is who you want to be, already exists, okay? She's over here, okay? You're over here in the present moment. What you have to do, and this is how I imagine it, I don't know why, but what you have to do is, I imagine like a little antenna, okay? A little antenna. And your future self has a little antenna too. And what you have to do is you have to connect the frequency of your future self's antenna, okay? So, how can I explain this? I don't know. So just to put it into a metaphor for fun, let's say that your future self is listening to rock music radio, okay? So your future self's antenna is on the rock channel, okay? Frequency. I don't know. just listen, okay? And you're on pop music right now. Well, you guys aren't aligned, okay? You have to align with your future self. You gotta go on rock radio, okay? And when you do that, your antennas, the frequency aligns. Do you know what I mean? Is that a good way of explaining it? I don't know. You have to match your energy to the future self that you desire. And that is exactly what Luffy's doing. He's literally declaring that he is the Pirate King. And of course, he's gonna get some crewmates. Of course he's gonna get a ship, you know? And these are things that he gets literally without planning. Like, he doesn't worry about it. You know, if some people wanted to be the Pirate King, they would try really hard and wouldn't sleep, and they'd try and find a ship, they'd save money for a ship. No, Luffy just fucking walks in and gets what he wants. You know why? Because he's so aligned with his future self. Oh my god. He thinks like him, he acts like him, his decision making is like him, he feels like him. You have to feel and match your energy with the future self. Did that make sense? I hope it did. Let's do a quick pause. I'm gonna give you a little fit check. Look at my pretty dress. Stick the butt out. Okay, back to science. Sorry, that was a little intense. And this dress can also go off the shoulder. By the way, the reason why I'm wearing this dress... Sorry, I don't know what just happened. The reason why I'm wearing this dress is if I was a pirate, I would wear this. Okay, is it a piratey outfit? No, bitch. I'm not like normal pirates. Okay? Just wanted to get that out there. Okay. Number 2. Sorry, I'm never gonna do that ever again. As I was saying, he manifests literally the perfect outcomes, okay? So, in the show, the crew is looking for the perfect ship, okay? Because they lost their ship or it was too small. When Luffy suddenly finds one, and it's like perfect. And Nami, who is another crew member, had been planning on stealing the boat. But Luffy doesn't want to be a bad pirate, he wants to be a good one. So, he makes a bet with her, saying that if they can't get the ship his way, they'll do it her way. And while Nami didn't quite understand how Luffy would get the ship without stealing it, she agreed. At the end of the episode, the owner of the ship ends up giving it to them, no charges. Nami is dumbfounded, and Luffy is just his excited, smiley self. He didn't worry about the how or the when. Oh my god. Bitch. He simply declared that it would be done his way, and so it was. Bitch. And you know what? That is still Dr. Joe Dispenza. But also, that reminds me of another pro-manifester who is Neville Goddard. And I've been listening to Neville Goddard's books for a long time. I listen to them on Audible. I was literally a kid and my mom was like putting headphones on me, like listening. Anyways, I can't remember which one it was. I think it might have been At Your Command. But Neville talks about how once he really wanted to go back to his place of birth, which was Barbados. And he was in New York, and he didn't have a lot of money, and he couldn't afford it, and he really wanted to go see his family for Christmas. So he went to his friend Abdullah, and Abdullah told him to be in Barbados. He told him, like, Neville, you want to be in Barbados, so you are in Barbados, okay? He didn't say it like that, but, like, you get what I mean. And Neville was like, okay. So Neville walked out of Abdullah's house and walked the New York streets pretending he was in Barbados. Okay, he would visualize palm trees and all that, you know. It was getting closer and closer to Christmas. And Neville went back to Abdullah and was like, Abdul, like, it's not going anywhere. Like, nothing has happened yet, and it's almost Christmas, and I need to leave. Like, hello. And Abdullah was literally so sassy and said, you're going to Barbados because you want to. And he slammed the door. Neville was like, damn, okay. And about a week or two later or something, he gets a letter from his brother. And Neville opens it. And it says how his brother is going to pay for Neville to travel to Barbados first class. He's going to pay for it all. And plus some accommodations and clothes and whatever. Because their entire family had never spent a Christmas together. Because they were a big family. And Neville was like, what the fuck? Bitch. Yeah. And then you know what? Another example is the same one. So then Neville goes to the ship, or like one of the shipmen or something tells Neville that first class is full. So he'll have to go lower class, but like he'll still have first class like food and stuff. And then Neville tells that to Abdul, and Abdul is like, excuse me? You're going to Barbados and you're going first class. And he slams the door again. Neville's like, what the fuck, man? Okay. So then Neville goes on the ship, and right when he goes on the ship, they're like, oh my god, good news, Neville. Someone canceled their first class and you're going first class. Neville was like, so how Luffy got the ship and how he just gets out of literally any bad or challenging situation. I know it's for the plot. I know. He's the main character. Leave me alone. I want to base my true life on a character, okay? So, if you want something, okay, you don't back away from it. Don't back down. Don't be like, oh, like, I can have it like this. Or, like, don't slim it down, okay? If you want it, you have it, okay? You want to be a famous YouTuber? You better believe you are, bitch, okay? And if you ever need an Abdullah to slam the door in your face, I'll be that bitch for you, okay? My leg is sore. Okay. I'm modeling. Okay. I'm just gonna sit like this for now because my legs are sore. Okay. I watched an interview of Dr. Joe Dispenza with the School of Greatness. And I'm gonna put it down in the description because I've been rewatching it and it's literally like so good. Okay, it's so good. I'm trying to ingrain it in my brain. And one of the things that he said is, people who achieve their dreams don't let their energy drop. They believe in themselves. Okay? Obviously, as a human, sometimes you're gonna catch yourself. And what I've noticed with reading this book and watching interviews of Dr. Joe Dispenza is that he is saying, in order to get your desired future, you need to surround your thoughts with that future self you want. So let's say that you want to be famous. Well, you can imagine yourself at the Met Gala, imagine yourself hugging someone who's a fan of yours, just things like that. And you have to surround your thoughts with that. And if doubt or something bad happens or your thoughts, something distracts you, you just come back. Okay? And a tip that I have for that is, don't give so much attention to your bad thoughts. Okay, if you're visualizing, or if you're just thinking about your desired future, and a thought comes up, don't be like, oh, go away! Just be like, thank you, bye. Okay? Just be chill. Be chill. this is another quote that will help me explain it. From this book. It takes clear intention. How do you say parenthèse in English? Parentheses. A coherent brain. And an elevated emotion, a coherent heart, to begin to change a person's biology from living in the past to living in the future. Yeah. That combination of mind and body, of thoughts and feelings, also seems to have an influence on matter, and that's how you create your reality. So, it takes intention and an elevated emotion, so intention being like, okay, I'm doing this. That's intention. And an elevated emotion being a positive emotion. Gratitude, happiness, joy, excitement, inspiration to create your reality. And I will say that every time I had a successful shifting attempt, because that's something that I'm trying to get better at, I had a clear intention. And what I mean by clear intention is my intention was a road, okay? And there wasn't any bumps on the road or cracks or any obstacles. It's just, oh, I want to do this. Clear. Like it's cleared. And I had an elevated emotion. So I was feeling compassionate or inspired, just something. And I mini shifted. So every time. So what Luffy is basically doing is he doesn't ever really let his energy drop. Ever. And just like Dr. Joe Dispenza says, people who achieve their dreams and goals don't let their energy drop. They don't stoop too low. You know what I mean? They don't worry or they don't have a negative thought or let the external world affect their inner world and who they are and just their mood in general. Luffy is always focused on that he is going to be the Pirate King no matter what. So he is aligned with his future self and he's thinking of his future self and he's acting like them or him, and he just is his future self already. And that's literally the basic, like, that's literally what Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about, is you have to basically constantly be in a state of being that future self. And that, I believe that Luffy is the perfect embodiment of that. And another thing, I'm just like on the bed now. And the next thing is Dr. Joe Dispenza, obviously, and in a lot of manifestation things, they always say act as though it's already yours. Okay, Neville Goddard talks about that. I talk about that. And when you're acting as though that future self, like, because it exists, okay, in time and space. It exists in the fifth dimension. But when you act as though it's already yours, as though it's a for sure thing, that's your motherfucking future, bitch, you know it for sure, is to just act. You're like, oh yeah, I know I'm gonna be the Pirate King, duh. Like, it's already mine, like, I'm already there. Do you know what I mean? Because you're aligned. And he talks about it in this book. He says that once you feel the emotion of that future that you want, you know for sure that it can happen because you felt the emotion. He mentions how emotions are the payoff of the experience. So basically, you're striving for feelings and emotions, okay? And when, let's say, you become the Pirate King, why you worked for it so hard is the feelings you feel, the emotion, oh my god, you know? So, getting back to what I was saying, when you act like it's already yours, it breaks the lack mindset of like, oh my god, that would be so cool to be the Pirate King, to, bitch, I am the Pirate King. Okay? Luffy confidently acts as though he is so sure that he is the Pirate King. When you are feeling those future self emotions, okay, those elevated emotions that you want to feel more often, okay? So, like, you're the Pirate King, oh my god, you're feeling the emotions that come with that. You create neural pathways in your brain. Oh my god, this shit is so cool. You create neural pathways when you feel those emotions. So your brain creates chemicals that create that emotion. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? So if you were, and Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this in his book and everything, and he's done tests and all that. If you were to open your heart and have clear intention, okay? And you were to align yourself with that future self of yours and focus on your future and get a good job at it for 7 days, people have literally changed their biology. Like their genes, they have changed. And they've had mystical experiences, which reminds me of shifting, and don't even get me started. I'll have to make a whole other video about that. But it is so powerful, okay? So this is my final takeaway of Luffy having the perfect mindset for life, and that everyone should have. Okay, maybe just me. Okay, maybe it's just me. I don't know, okay? Luffy lives in his vision of the future. He doesn't get attached to how it happens. He feels joyful and grateful in the now, which is like, oh my god, he does so much. He leads with his heart, not the ego, believes before there's proof, which means he trusts. He trusted in the universe, or just in life, and in himself, how they were going to get the ship his way and not Nami's way. And he inspires others through his alignment, and that's basically it. I had a lot of notes on this, but I think I'm past 30 minutes, so I think I need to stop. Maybe I'll do a part 2, maybe I won't, I don't know. So you can incorporate this mindset whether you're manifesting, shifting, fame, money, a lover, literally anything, okay? And I think that having this mindset is just perfect for literally anything. I'm going to try and have this mindset for my whole life, and I've already been doing it, and I've been more present, and I've manifested little things so easily like that, and I'm just much more joyful. So yeah, and positive. So now when I get into a pickle, I've never used that word before to describe a challenge, but whatever. When I get into a pickle, I'm like, how would Luffy do this? Yeah. So if you haven't watched the live action One Piece, watch it. It's so good. I fucking love it. And it's one of my DRs right now that I'm gonna shift to. I'm going to shift to. Yeah. So, yeah. So you live your positive baddie life, okay? And become that pirate king. Yeah. I'd read this book or listen to the audiobook. It's so good. It's so good. I'm gonna try and link the One Piece video too, because you need to watch it. It's so good. And if you want me to model pretty dresses for you, you can follow my Instagram. It's down below, and I have my modeling email there. So you can email me and then send me pretty dresses. Thanks. Just kidding. I'm not kidding. I would love to model. Oh my god, I love to model. No. I'm going to model. I am a model. Yeah. If you like this video, maybe subscribe to me, because I'd love to be your friend. And let me know what you thought about the subject of this video, because it is a little random, okay? Luffy from an anime and Dr. Joe Dispenza, like, where's the connection? I don't know, but I made it. So, and I have other social medias down below, so you can follow those too. Thanks. Thank you so much for watching. I was so excited to film this video, and I'm still so excited because, yes! Let me know what DRs you shift to, and if you want to have this mindset too. I love you so much. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being here with me. Okay? I'm gonna give you a fist bump. I hope I didn't flash you. Oh. Okay, ready? Fist bump. And